Hey, what's up guys? Aaron here. Welcome to the video. So today we're talking about Ionic Digital. They released a new letter to the shareholders, going over some updates with the company. Also, some updates with the Tether lawsuit for billions of dollars. So Tether is trying to get this entire case dismissed. I'm not surprised. So I will just go over the updates for you guys. So starting out, the letter from Ionic Digital to shareholders, which came out a few days ago on the 14th of this month. So I'll include this stuff for you guys if you want to read it for yourself. I'm just going to give you the highlights. So there is a new interim CEO, Anthony McKiernan, and he's just given updates on what's going on. So starting in December, so last month, the company has undertaken significant changes to certain prior practices and to overhaul its operations to compete more effectively in Bitcoin mining and maximize long-term shareholder value. So overhaul, to me, that makes me think like, wow, so if things needed to be overhauled, what were they doing before? But anyway, so he's talking about the financial audit needs to be completed as quickly as possible, and their goal is to complete this audit by the end of the second quarter of this year, because he says that audit is the key to any liquidity event. Liquidity meaning the ability to buy, sell, or trade. So this is coming from, again, the interim CEO of Ionic. He also says that he's pleased to report that construction on Building 3 at our Cedarvale facility is complete, and it will be energized this week. The company, Ionic, purchased 15,000 miners in the last 2 weeks at extremely advantageous rates. The company anticipates those miners to turn cash flow positive in 3 months, and that those miners will fill remaining shelf capacity and provide replacement support where needed. They're looking at ways to reduce expenses as well. They talk about here how they are going to more effectively use the money they have. But here they said they're going to be giving more updates to us, which is a good thing. So beginning with month-end January results, we will publish monthly key operating metrics on our website for shareholders to review. That website just being ionicdigital.com. So as of today, we are holding approximately 2,461 of Bitcoin in treasury. So they hold 2,461 Bitcoin. The December averaged realized hash rate was 8.563 exahash per second, and the December Bitcoin mined was 161.65 Bitcoin. In 2024, the company mined 1,851.14 Bitcoin. So that is the update from the interim CEO. Heading on over to Mike Cagney, who's been a big voice trying to figure out a way to get us liquidity sooner. He says, if you were a Celsius creditor and got cash to buy Bitcoin instead of Ionic shares, you'd be up over 150%. Instead, you got a stock that doesn't and isn't allowable to trade. Join over 3,500 of your fellow shareholders, including most of the largest ones who have committed to back change when there's going to be a vote in February. So in this update, they do talk about that the Bitcoin they do hold has gone up in value. So I'll let you read this if you'd like. But Mike Cagney does just have a factual point that if we got the cash, we would be up 150% if we use that cash to buy Bitcoin. So when will there be a meeting? Mike Cagney says under Delaware law, the company needs to call an annual shareholder meeting in February. We expect a hastily called meeting to try and jam through a board slate. We are hoping shareholders support our director nominations instead of the status quo. Stay tuned. It's important everyone votes. Make sure your voices are heard and your shares are counted. So regarding Ionic Digital, right now, there is nothing we can do. I've been saying that for a year, kind of oversaying that. So apparently the next thing, the company, Ionic, will call an annual shareholder meeting in February, so next month. I will obviously update you guys on that. And if you're watching this video and you have not signed up to my Celsius list, I suggest you do so because I'm making less and less of these on YouTube. So making an exception for this one just because I haven't made a video in a while. So I'll leave the link to this below. So I want to talk about the letter from the Litigation Oversight Committee really quick, and then how to submit a victim statement, and then heading over to what Tether is trying to do in their lawsuit with Celsius. But first, I want to talk about the sponsor of the video, which is Aura. And Aura has been a sponsor of my station for over 2 years. So I have been using Aura, this app on my phone, for over 2 years. And it's honestly helped a lot, and it continues to help, which I'll talk about. So they do everything from helping prevent financial fraud, identity theft, which is probably my favorite at this point, having the app for over 2 years, other things like parental controls, cyberbullying, and this one, the spam call protection. Once I enabled this, I really saw a massive decrease in the amount of spam calls that I was getting. And they also have a VPN, which is really cool, including a password manager. So if you use Aura for all of these things, it can actually save quite a bit of money because often an antivirus, VPN, password manager, all of these are separate services. So this is my account on my phone, and it says that there was a new credit card added to my credit report. So it has all that kind of stuff. It has my credit score, any items I put in the vault, basically things that they are monitoring on the dark web. So these are the data broker removals that they have completed on their own. I don't do anything about this. This is happening all in the background. I actually love that. Basically taking your information, your name, your email, your address, your phone number off of different websites. And if you want to check it out, they are offering a 14-day free trial for you guys. Literally 14 days for free. You can start your free trial by clicking the website below, which is aura.com/Aaron Bennett. I highly recommend you do so. Again, this is something that I have been using every single day in the background nonstop for 2 years. Aura.com/Aaron Bennett, or you can scan the QR code on the screen. So before I get into Tether, let's take a look at this letter from the Litigation Oversight Committee. I'm not going to read it. It's basically saying that Alex Mashinsky pled guilty to different charges. And what you need to know here is that he will be sentenced April 8th, 2025 by Judge Cottle. And you can submit your victim statement. So if you believe you have been a victim of Mr. Mashinsky's schemes described above, and you wish to make a statement in connection with sentencing, you should send such statement to Wendy Olson Clancy, the victim witness coordinator at the United States Attorney's Office of the Southern District of New York. And you can do so by emailing wendy.olson@usdoj.gov. And you have to do so before March 21st of this year. And someone wrote an email to Wendy Olson, and I want to read what she said here. So a victim in any case in the district must identify themselves. They can use initials if they are not comfortable signing their name. So that's really good. If the victim includes an email or address on the victim impact statement, it will be redacted. That's also good. Some judges in the Southern District require the government to file the victim impact statements on the docket sheet, but Judge Cottle does not require the victim impact statement to be filed on the docket. That's also good. Copies of the victim impact statements are sent to the judge, defense attorney, and the Assistant United States Attorney. Restitution issues are being worked out, and more information will be forthcoming. Okay, so that's good if you don't want your full name to be on the docket, public. A lot of people maybe want to write a letter, but they don't want to be, they don't want people to know that they wrote the letter. So that's good. I'm really glad about that. Again, it is wendy.olson@usdoj.gov. So let's take a look here. This is a long memorandum of law in support of defendants, meaning Tether, their motion to dismiss. So Tether recently said that they are moving to El Salvador, which is, I guess, another topic in and of itself. So last year, it was public that this lawsuit, Celsius suing Tether, was to claw back 39,500 Bitcoin. Now, this is summer of 2024, worth $2.3 billion. So now it's going to be worth a lot more. So the whole premise of this lawsuit is that Celsius says that Tether improperly liquidated their collateral under a loan agreement, and that Tether disproportionately got more money than other creditors due to this bankruptcy. So this is essentially a non-retail clawback, right? There's the clawbacks that are against people, individuals, and this is a not retail, but still a clawback. So Tether is basically saying that the court lacks jurisdiction over them since they are foreign entities with limited or no substantial U.S. connections related to the claims. So they are saying that the court essentially does not have any jurisdiction over us because we are not based in the US. Tether also says that they didn't break any laws and that they liquidated the collateral in accordance with the loan terms. Tether also claims that Celsius's insolvency was enough reason and enough legal reason basically to trigger these liquidations. And Celsius is looking to recover 39,542 Bitcoin, which is a lot of Bitcoin. And this is worth in excess of $4 billion per this lawsuit, which is an insane amount of money. So we'll see what happens with this, right? Essentially, Tether says that they were a fully secured creditor, therefore making such claims that they owe this money invalid under bankruptcy laws. And Tether, which makes sense if you are Tether, is trying to get this entire case dismissed. Now, $4 billion, if that came back, which I doubt Celsius would win all $4 billion, I thought this would just be settled, right? But Tether is trying to get this entire thing thrown out, so they don't need to settle, and then they don't need to obviously open their books and then have this like long, lengthy, drawn out legal battle with Celsius. So I was hoping, and maybe they still will settle, and that money will come back to Celsius creditors. And there was some back and forth on Twitter, which I believe this is the accurate answer. So if we are made 100% in our claim, the claim is the value of everything we held in Celsius when they went bankrupt. Bitcoin was 20,000 bucks or so. If we're made 100%, will we still get more money, right? So if we were to get $4 billion back from Tether, would that money come back to the creditors and obviously make us way, way above 100% of our claim, right? And the answer seems to be yes, because the Litigation Oversight Committee is a separate entity and any proceeds that come back flows into creditors' hands. So that's what I'm hoping will happen. I'm hoping for a quick settlement so we don't have to pay lawyers a ton of money to fight for this. And then it would suck if we paid lawyers a ton of money and then we lost and we got nothing. So I'm hoping there's a settlement where we can get back some money and this doesn't have to go on for years and years and years, because this is by far the biggest legal battle that Celsius, or I should say the Litigation Oversight Committee, is fighting on behalf of the creditors. So guys, that is it for the video. Thanks for watching. I'll keep you guys posted. Sign up for my email list if you haven't already, and also check out Aura's 14-day free trial. Again, this thing lives on my phone, and it has for 2 years now. It's been on my phone, and it's been running in the background for 2 years. I absolutely love it. It kind of does its thing in the background, and it gives me an extra level of protection, at least online, that I love, and it's important being in the crypto space. Hope you guys are well. Till next time, talk with you soon, and bye for now.